Hello, everybody. Monsieur Pally here? No, just Palidore. I'm SirDimwi is the one beside me, joining me for one final stream here for. I'm not even sure you can call it that because it is a new day now for me as well, not just Dimwi. So I don't know. First stream.
Hey, yes it is.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, going with the wrestling references as we try to wrestle with our sanities here, waiting for the return of pineapples. We just casted them not too long ago either. Fizzy chickens making their stream debut here, though. Totally forgot my train of thought where I was going before that, so never you mind. But yeah, hi, C. Jason. Welcome back to the stream. What are you laughing at?
I totally threw you off there. Sorry. It's funny.
I disagree.
Okay. Wait, did I throw you off or that it was funny?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And yeah, Monsieur Dimwi, wee.
Wee. Oh, that does remind me I was supposed to mute this one. There we go. We're good now. Anyway, hello. Yes, Princess AG joining us. You know, on that note, I haven't done it all day, but might as well because I always mean to and want to. The shoutouts to Princess and the rest of the mods because they've been on top of it all week, the last 2 weeks, but really today as well. A lot of yes.
Oh, never mind. Nothing.
Okay. Why are you interrupting my mod shoutouts? You're trying to give them credit, and you're just taking away all.
I was about to give Princess a load of crap, but I realized I was totally wrong on what I was assuming. So it had nothing to do with her at all. So.
Well, there you go. In any case, yeah, as always, been mentioning it towards the end of all the streams this week, really, but really gotta give full shoutouts because as we do wind out this week and the weekend, definitely been a full cohesive effort, not just from numerous casters. We've had 13, I think, different casters now contributing to these streams throughout the week, but also the moderation team who's been super on top of it. So many thanks to that. To them, that is. We're still indeed waiting on one more player. Ideally, not a 2v4 or 3v4 here for Pineapples. They were on stream again just a couple hours ago, so we expect a return here soon.
It's on the point of the mods. Y'all really, and although there's it's not our biggest audience, but seriously, those guys and gals do so much work that we have no idea. Like, we don't see it. We don't see the hours put in. I can tell you, I was talking to Gilligan when they were rewriting the rules, and this was just for one section. It was like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. They crunched to get those rules like rewritten in a way that was more direct and a lot of led to fewer questions. That was just one day and one section. Like these guys and gals do so much work that it's the whole like you're doing your job right, no one notices or whatever, however that saying goes. Yeah, they put in serious hours, and I am personally, but I think we all are just so grateful for the work they put in.
Yeah, absolutely. The full community effort being given on multiple ends, and yeah, that's easy. Not to like take away from the hours casters and any of us put in, but honestly, as is always and often the case with any kind of orgs and stuff like that, it's really a lot of the behind the scenes work that people don't see or hear as much. That's so significant in the day-to-day operations for sure. While we just kind of sit here and play the face of the league, really, and the head and the heart is definitely in the mod teams and all the back end and behind the scenes people for any particular even in the context of a stream, like cameramen, for instance, when they're having wit and subtlety and doing solo cams while we cast. Always try to give them full credit as well because they might not be heard, but their effects are definitely felt even if you don't know it.
No, I can say I feel them when they're here because it's one of those. It's always nice having wit and subtlety around the cam with us because they've been around since preseason here and doing it since then, and they're great camera work and wit with Pizza League as well. So and actually he was I think he was the one who was doing the cam work for the other preseason announcement video I put together, the trailer video way back. I think he was responsible for the camera work in that, which led to some really awesome cinematic shots that worked really well for that announcement trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. So supremely talented, for sure, across the board. By the way, C. Jason, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. I'm doing fine this fine evening / morning / midnight / 4th of July.
Bro.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, speaking of C. Jasons, bro, this is Pizza League. This is what it turned into. Like, this is Pizza League.
Look, you know what? One of these days, I don't know when. I've nothing confirmed, nothing planned. I'm just saying. But if and when we do some cups and things like that, it would be, I think, some sort of league or cup that's reminiscent of that Pizza League style or format or what have you. Would be cool to revisit at some point. I don't know. Call it the pizza cup. I don't know. Whatever.
And Inky in chat asking who's casting this, and we are, of course.
Yeah, duh. Hello, Inky. I'm Palidore. That's SirDimwi. So, not sure how much you know, how much you've heard. Do be aware. This is, as of now, I think the 13th hour of cast that I've done since this morning or yesterday or whatever day it is. So, you know, we're a little loose. We're having fun for sure.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
But odd time to give the Happy Independence Day when we're casting these OCE games. But nonetheless, maybe they'll enjoy it too.
Who doesn't enjoy a good fireworks show?
Who doesn't enjoy America? Don't answer that. But nonetheless, glad to be here, at least in the cast, coming in to again spend some time with all the viewers and the streamers and viewers and my fellow casters and what have you. I was telling Dimwi earlier, this is kind of my way, our way to a degree of just coming in and being outgoing without going out, if that makes sense. You know,
being outgoing without going out, and I think Princess needs a course in Arizona time zones.
Yeah, so it is in fact midnight, and I am in fact in Arizona, but Arizona is one of the few states, I think only 2 states, maybe I'm outdated now, but we don't do daylight savings, so we're actually Mountain Standard Time, not daylight. So yeah, it is midnight here, and it is in fact AZ. Dead air.
Dead air.
We've did it again. But yes. So Q&A chats. We're still waiting on the arrival. We're currently about
Here's one for you.
6 minutes away from the yes.
Here's one for you. So we're not paid to say this, but
You're not.
Netflix wants to pay us. They're more than welcome to. But if you like time travel stuff. If you like time travel stuff, go check out Dark on Netflix. They just finished up the season 3. It's a final season of the series. It was like a mini series, and man, I'm about to do a second watch through. This sounds like I'm getting paid to say this. I'm not. I really love this show. It's German made. No, so you have to do subtitles or voiceovers, but it's so complex. I had to have a chart to follow along, to keep track of who was who. Like at this point, I've studied this show like I've studied this like it was a class because I was so into it, and so I don't really need the chart anymore. But the complexity of it does not detract from the show at all, from the narrative. It's so good, and the ending is so satisfying. Unlike other shows that were supposed to be really good and turned out to end in not so great a fashion after 9 years. But anyways, this one.
Are you sure you're not sponsored?
After just 3 seasons is absolutely phenomenal. I wish I was. That would be because Netflix got that Netflix got that Netflix money. But no, it's just that it was just that good. I'm a big time travel story buff. I've read. It's the only romance novel I've ever read was Time Traveler's Wife. And that was one of the best time travel, most well-written time travel stories I've ever read. Better than that movie from the 90s with Bruce Willis. It was better than that. Yes, it was a romance novel. A cheesy romance novel that got turned into a terrible movie. But the book was fantastic, and Dark does it that well. It's a little bit different. It's not as, well, I'm not going to say anything else. It's good. Definitely go check out Dark on Netflix because it's
SirDimwi, that was a full 3-minute plug, just so you know.
Was it really? It's getting to that time, man, where I can't. you know what I mean? Like judging time, man. Yeah, I definitely could not do that one in 2 hours if that was on the table because it's too late.
Well, on that note, I might not have been 3 minutes. I don't know. My time scale is off too. Second Cat's over there in the Twitch chat saying I was just going to sleep, but you really had to go live at 3 a.m. for me, so here I am. Well, here we are. I'm not sure how good or bad of a thing this is for either party, but indeed, we're all here, including yourself. Still waiting. All right, well, actually, never mind. Just got an update. So things took an interesting turn because it seems like Pineapples have not been able to get their 4th player, and they're just planning on running at 3v4. So suddenly this stream is taking a turn. But we're going to tell them to start in that case, I suppose. Unfortunate, however.
It is unfortunate when that happens. You know, it does happen occasionally. And what I find interesting, what I find interesting is that despite, you know, because it happened a couple times in season 1, and despite the fact that we have so many more teams, the instances of it happening haven't risen, as far as I can tell. It seems to be at about the same pace, despite the fact that team population has, you know, more than tripled since season 1. So it's good that it's not that common, but you know, it does happen. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So and it does look like maybe someone dropped there on the Pineapples. You know what I love about the Pineapples logo? That is so like 60s, 70s. That's so 60s.
I thought you were going to bring up something about dark, but okay. Yeah, that's...
No.
Well, you know what I love about Pineapples? Netflix dark.
Now, Netflix, if you're watching, I mean, you want me to plug your shows, bro? By all means, hit me up. But no, that dark is a great show. But
Anyways, well, I feel very obligated now on that note to at least cover our actual sponsors as much as we joke. Many thanks, of course, to Pro2 VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware for providing the prizes and sponsorships and music and what have you to our league. Netflix dark. Anyway, getting ready to start soon, I think, according to the player here in the Discord. They're saying they think their player is coming back. Still apparently in the party, so maybe just a crash out. But yeah, we're going to close it out the best we can. But we'll try. Air. So... I think, oh yeah, I remember...
Sorry, I was talking, but I was muted. I was checking to see if maybe he accidentally popped in the spec, but no, it's just us, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the captain here mentioned the quest that apparently crashed or something or other, so, well, maybe getting back in. And in the meantime, if, again, any caster Q&As for this currently casual stream, let us know. But yes, it looks like, there you go, Dim selling the series there to our viewership. No, not you, Siri. Stop that. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I mentioned earlier with this stream here on Fizzy Chickens, if we do in fact get this done, I mean, ideally we do. That means by tomorrow, once we do stream, actually I guess technically today, but point is, once we stream Blazing Claws this weekend, that will have covered all of the OCE teams, which is pretty cool to knock down in week 1, along with the pretty high percentage of the other new teams we've actually managed to cover as a collective casting group.
Yeah, we've hit quite a few, and I will. I said it earlier in the evening, but once we hit the end of the week, I'll release the actual numbers for exactly how many teams we hit, how many active, the proportions in every region, and I cannot. I will say this. I'm not going to release those numbers early. I'm not going to say too much about it. I want it to be a nice little surprise there. But I will say this. I was originally saying, there's 140 teams. We're going to try to hit all of them. But, we'll see what happens. I am confident at this point, by the end of week 3, we will have hit every single active team in the league around the world, 100%.
Yeah. It's pretty. I'm pretty happy with that, for sure. Considering all the teams that have joined the league now, as we get a little nest party up here. So that's all right. We're gonna just, I guess, get this stream finished the right way, if nothing else. Still haven't really gotten any new updates beyond that. We are 1 minute past of the 15-minute mark. Usually when teams are required to start. Princess was in the area. If She wants to be a meanie and enforce this stuff. I'm just kidding. But
Well,
I do have someone, the captain here, typing in Discord, so we'll see maybe one last update.
so CJ's in the I don't know why he's bringing this up, but he mentions. Excuse me. Oh, that came out of nowhere. He mentions the Echo podcast. We will be returning. I will be returning this Sunday. It's going to be late night now. It's not going to be 10 o'clock anymore. It's going to be midnight Eastern, and it's taking on a more casual bend. And it's not going to be. It'll be partially recap, but not centered around recap. It's going to be a more free form. I'm going to experiment with the format a little bit. It's going to be a very different show. Very different show. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna structure it. If there's even really going to be much of a structure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more discussion, and not necessarily about specific games. Like I'm thinking maybe themes. You know, like this week, maybe start with a theme of like first competitive experiences. And because this is a great week for that, as a lot of teams, a lot of players are having their first competitive experience. And VRML, as speaking of competitive experience, teams are readying up 3v4. Here we go between the Pineapples and I'm a
Fizzy Chickens.
Fizzy Chickens.
Yes, sir. We've seen a couple of these teams here over the course of the night for OCE. Now, being 3v4, going to have a very tough task ahead of them, but we'll see how it does pan out. Fizzy Chickens making their debut, of course, and they're going to want to come through strong. They do. It's Glibby, and it gets the first two.
That's a nice shot there off the backboard on the goalie. Going to pop that one in for the two, and that's just 12 seconds in. Fizzy Chickens are taking that early 2-point lead.
Yeah. See, Jason's saying everyone's favorite talk show. This has kind of turned into one for the last 20 minutes, hasn't it? But either way, yeah, looking forward to that cast. That format sounds very interesting indeed. I may want to participate, possibly, if I'm not already casting something else, I guess, or sleeping. Who knows? I might be a little out of it by that point, but I'll try. Nonetheless, going for a Duncan Glibby again.
Yeah, Glibby putting another two on the board to go up by 4. And just a comment, it's still going to be either midnight or after the last game. Like, we're still doing, unless OCE is doing something at 3 a.m., in which case, sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, got a lot of teams to plan around in a lot of different regions, so. Inky saying, thought the number above their head was their level. Yeah, in pub spectators, I believe that's the case. For private spec, so like for VRML matches, it's their jersey number, essentially. But yes. So, Dimwi, are you there?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. I you know what? I think the 3 a.m. Cast was a bad idea. It's starting to. I'm starting to get that weird the wooziness. It's. I'm gonna be rambling a little bit. I apologize.
All right. Well, you know what? This is the perfect time then for some door cast, because this is like the prime of my day. This is, oddly enough, as exhausted as I am at the end of days, usually around 1 a.m. is when I'm the most awake. Believe it or not. So. We can go with that. We'll go with a classic Palidore style, where it's just mainly play-by-play here, and then, oh look, there's a clear. Now it's your turn to talk. Go.
The clear picked up by VRML. He's gonna send that one in from 9 meters out. Good for the 3. And that's gonna put Fizzy Chickens up by 4 here, just over, just about 7.5 in here to round 1. Pineapples versus Fizzy Chickens. Goodness gracious.
Well, Emerald there, shining like a jewel on that crown of a shot. Very, very nice. 7-0, 7:30 remaining. And a butt out there, right out of the hands on the defensive joust. So it's Glibby again with another grab, and he's up to what? Let's see, 6 points. Having himself quite the opening party, I guess, on the OCE stream for the Fizzy Chickens debut.
Yeah, he's really taking advantage of the shot opportunities, getting them in, and that's the thing. He's got 6 points on the board. Emerald has 3, and that's yeah. Ooh, good steal there by who's that? Tech Rex. Shout out to Ark as Tech's gonna send that one in just off the mark. Emerald there to pick up clean that one up, bring it back in for another 2. That's an 11-point lead. Yeah,
a little bit of janitorial duty there on the initial. Pass up a little too difficult on the catch, but still they're up 11. And again, it's going to be tough here. Definitely got to credit Pineapples. We saw them earlier on the stream as well, but coming up here, just still playing hard, still trying to get it going. It's going to be a difficult uphill climb for sure, as we can, see with these turnovers coming because of the lack of kind of those passing options. And yeah, Glibby again is just going to rock the rim, 13-0.
And a well-placed shot there from Glibby coming out on the one-on-one. Looking that goalie right in the eyes, and there's a quick underhanded, almost a wrist flick there. It looks like that was full arm extension, but still just a nice smooth motion. Send it in the bottom of the goal there, and good for another 2, and now a 13-point game.
And deep into the tunnel, so they do get it to this side at least, but again, without the extra player available to regrab, going to be difficult. I see a few more people popping into chat there as well. See Luigi. We just saw Luigi on stream, of course. GG's, Cam Jam GG's over there in the Twitch as well. So welcome to it. Glad to have you on board as we continue this first round.
C. Jason, with a really important question in chat there. If you have 2 lasagna, stack them. Do you have 1 lasagna or 2 still? And I'll say this. If you have 2 burgers and you stack them, do you have 1 burger or 2? You have 1. It's a double stack burger, so you have a double stack lasagna. Simple. Done. Boom.
Makes some sense. And Glibby, no nonsense. Every shot. He's up to, I believe, 9 points now. 11, in fact. Wow.
Yeah, Glibby, calm down. Just kidding. Don't. That's a 16-point lead here. Just over 5 minutes to round 1. Now, we'll be at Pineapples once again on the Joust advantage. Good to see if they're going to be able to make these adjustments, because this is it is a 3v4 situation. But that's it's one of those things like when you're in a let's say you're in a scrim and one of your players drops out, don't stop playing. Continue playing. Practice the 3v4, because you never know when you're going to be in that situation. Because it's something that it is a skill. It's a separate skill. It's something you have to practice and you have to learn how to operate within. There is definitely something to be said about practicing your 3v4s.
Yeah, and on one hand, obviously not the situation you'd want to be practicing this in, but now that you're in it, I gotta give full credit still to Pineapples, because they're playing hard, and as you can see, they're not making it easy whatsoever for Fizzy Chickens. Fizzy is getting their own as that shot goes off, but even in this last minute alone, you see a lot of this really physical play in that midfield, and they're definitely trying to contest the best they can and doing a pretty good job, all things considered, as a rebounded shot twice now, bouncing off the pole, so 3rd time, and that is the charm and the very strong arm doing a Cam Jam proud, perhaps off that anchor.
Yeah, that was I really like that shot, because it's not just an anchor shot, although as a goalie I hate anchor shots. But it's also that he used the anchor shot as a juke on the defender. That was a beautiful little play there by Glibby. Glibby really making a name for himself here in this debut.
That he is. I even more so than maybe most players in among this kind of new rookie crop. Even less known just to me personally, obviously the OCE players, just because they're all busy and playing when most of us here are well and asleep, or at least off of Echo. So was really interested in seeing kind of what this region produced in its players and its skill sets, and so far there's definitely some stickouts, including Glibby.
Oh, see, Jason. Anyways, that's gonna be Cabbage Wrecker putting that one in for the round 1 ender there. Good for the 2 from 5 meters out, and I feel like C. Jason just pulled a copy pasta out. I feel like that was a setup just for him to pop that one out there. Yeah. And there's Sendo. What up, Sendo?
Copy pasta, cause lasagna makes sense.
Lasagna za, pizza sa. Pizza sa, lasagna za.
Sa, dude. You okay?
SNL reference there for you.
No reference goes above my head except all of them from you.
Yeah, I'm not good at relevant references.
That's okay. I like the dynamic. I learn something new every day. At the end of the night, I'm just thinking, what was Dimwi talking about? I'm going to Google this or YouTube this real quick. I learn something new all the time.
If there's one thing I can be good for, it's useless information.
Same here. That's our job. As I said, we're just hot air. That's all these words are. I kid. I think. I guess it depends on the day, but we try. And getting on by for the second round here, continuing a 3v4. But nonetheless, as we mentioned, this is the stream debut for Fizzy Chickens and OCE as a region, for that matter, throughout the last several hours. So we're going to continue on here for our final stream, for the moment anyway. And here we go, round 2.
So this one, quick win there from Fizzy Chickens. I don't even... What was I trying to say? Fizzy Chickens, as that's going to be Archie sending that one, trying to send that one through mid, but it's going to take that bounce off the ceiling. Tack looking for the slap in, but whiffs on it, so then it's going to be his teammate. I believe that was Glibby finally getting the grab on that. Now it's going to be Cabbage Wrecker. That's a really interesting name, and I feel like that's one of those things, like, that's probably something really dirty. We just don't know what it means. That's Tack Rack's going to send that one in for the 2 off the backboard. That's the first 2 on the board. 34 seconds into round 2.
I don't know. Maybe it's just it's another sandwich reference somehow. Actually, no. I was thinking you don't put cabbage in sandwiches or hamburgers. I was thinking lettuce. I don't know. Just let us leave in peace.
My grandmother used to cook cabbage, and I can't eat cabbage. I can't do it. Oh, that smell. I can remember the smell. I can remember the smell right now as the Emerald. Oh! Archie with the stop. Wow.
You know what? You're going to remember the name of Archibald. That is to say Archie. But great grab from him on the goal right off that backboard. So going to Glibby here in the back line. And obviously Glibby having himself a great offensive showing here, at least in the first round he did. And second round trying to do much of the same with that distribution over to Emerald. And Emerald going for a shot. We'll go right back to Archie. And Archie needs to get rid of that quickly, so underarms it back to the left lane.
Yeah, it looked like Archie got stuck in space there, which, you know, it happens from time to time, and it almost feels it feels like, you know, being a turtle stuck on your back there, as that's going to be Emerald sending that one for a long cross pass there. Look for the teammate. That is Technical Rex, sending that one to Glibby. He's looking at the empty net. Going to pop that one in for another 2, and that's a 4-point game.
Yeah, finding the goal exposed there for Glibby, so definitely going to take full advantage of that if it's left open, because of just how much he's been getting those ones that are guarded rather tightly and defensively. So great job again from Fizzy Chickens and from Glibby getting back on the line, back on the score line, that is to say, as Archie, a couple duck throughs and the clear. Looks like an intercept though, and yes, indeed, from Cabbage.
Yeah, Cabbage. This Cabbage going to send that one through that right tube there. Up to Glibby. Glibby now looking at that empty net, going to go for that tube shot. Wow. Oh, right on the mark. What? You know, shooters like this don't just come out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, he's ridiculous right now. Just making everything at high percentage, it would seem. Very, very glibberal with the shots.
Oh, that's a stretch.
No, this is. But Pineapple's back on to the goal, into the bubble. Actually, that is to say, as Fizzy Chickens gets prepared to maybe make a play, but no, good snag once more from Archie.
Archie trying to clear that one out, but it's taking that bounce off the bow tie, now handled by Technical Rex. And Tack, if you don't like being called Tack Rex, I apologize. That's I have over 2,000 hours in Arc, and Tack Rex is it's never gonna go away. I'm sorry, but Technical now moving in on a 1-on-2, but the stuff from Manly. Pineapple getting the grab there and sending that one away, and now a chase for it as the chains are out.
Yeah, a very Pineapple save from Pineapple as Archie gets it taken away, however, and cleared right through center, actually, over the outstretched arms of the mid lane defender there. Pineapple it is, and will be an exposed goal. 3 different players able to walk that right in, but of course, even among the fray, somehow, it's just Glibby with the goal. Could have been anyone, but no, it's going to be him.
He's just got that inclination. He's got that, what do you call it? Oh, man, I'm forgetting words. And I have no train. Take it away.
All right, well, I'll give you some glibberation here as we go back for another takeover.
Right.
Open goal and converted by Emerald.
These guys are shooting. They're hitting shots like this is nothing. Like, Emerald, nice shot, dude.
Princess says you need to go to sleep. I think we all
yeah,
do,
well,
maybe.
Well, that's the thing. I still won't be asleep for another hour or two after this. This is my almost getting to sleepy time.
Yeah, well,
So yeah.
either or. Still happy to do this stream, of course. Get all those teams streamed we can once again. Once more, shout out seeing Luigi in there as well as Fancy Super. And in any case, Technical Rex, the arc man you mentioned here, trying to arc one over to the teammate, Cabbage Record, trying to readjust the headset perhaps as it does careen off the side wall. Emerald will be in pretty good position for a rebound, it looks like, off the ceiling. And the shots, oh, not as appealing as he wanted it to be, but Technical Rex needs to check over for the nest pass and get rid of it fast. He does, but no connection either.
Yeah, just off the market. Oh, man. Pineapple. Oh, I think maybe take an exception. Oh, my goodness. That was a dirty shot. That was... hold on, I want to watch this replay. That was... Oh, my goodness. He gets it. Does not hesitate. Sends an anchor. You know what, Glibby... dude, your shots are monstrous, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolute monster. The accuracy at that, he's hitting everything and he's finding every loose disc, and thus far 24 points. 24. That's going to be, I mean, depending on how, let's see. Actually, assuming Pineapples aren't able to score, wouldn't be a record. I believe the record so far in season 2 is 30 or so, I want to say. But either way, that's gonna definitely be one of maybe the top 5 scoring outputs or so that at least we've seen on stream as of yet from an individual.
Yeah, it's quite a few points. There's now a stun out there. It's gonna be Glibby again, looking at that goal. He's gonna hit it. I don't even need to ask the question. He's gonna pop that one in for the 3. For 10 minutes. I was gonna say 10, and then I was gonna say how much it was for, and I combined them. So went to 2, and that doesn't make any sense, and I don't care.
This is Glibby's world, and we're just living in it. Gliberia.
You know, it ain't that late, man. As now it's going to be Manly Pineapple sending that one out right there into the hands of Cabbage Record.
Uh-huh.
And bouncing that one off the floor. Going to be forwarded up there by somebody, and it's going to be Glibby getting the grab on that one. Glibby looking at a 2-on-1 situation here. Oof. Goes to the anchor. Oh, it's going to bounce off the post and bounce out. But that back line there, Emerald is going to get the grab on that one. Maybe a reset here, a final opportunity for Fizzy Chickens.
Yeah, the Brawl's attempt, I mean, you can see Pineapple's playing up outside this bubble, doing the best they can to just contest and be physical. And as a matter of fact, will at least result in that clear going through. So not able to give, or at least not giving Fizzy Chickens as much comfort as they want, of course. With 2:11 left in the 18-point lead, of course, it's going to be a degree of maybe letting off the gas a little bit for Fizzy. Getting a little bit of steez here and there, perhaps. But either or, playing hard and for one more score just off the mark as it's retained by Mike VR. And we'll just bounce right back to Glibby's hands up high.
Glibby going for a long, ambitious shot there, but Mike not going to let that one through. So that one's going to get sent out, but right there into the hands of Cabbage. Cabbage not letting that one get away. Going to send it all the way back in. And I know a bit of a race for it here. Who's going to get there first? That was the defender. I believe it was Manly getting there first. And then, Pineapple's doing a really good job on defense here, stopping Fizzy Chickens from getting that mercy just yet. But now Technical Rex coming away with that one. Going to send that one forward, bouncing off of the nugget. And Libby coming away with it at the moment, at least for, Pineapple's not letting anything happen.
Going for an anchor shot to end the round, however. And who was it? Emerald on that one. So 20 points. And that will, in fact, complete this this round and this series. Again, unfortunate on the 3v4, of course. Always going to make it tough, if not nearly impossible for the majority of teams at any level. So all you can do is kind of take your hats off to Pineapples for playing hard still and, playing through that entire thing. And just, again, not really conceding anything, definitely playing aggressively, physically, and trying their best. And they did cause problems to the biggest degree that they could throughout those rounds. But indeed, overwhelming was Fizzy Chickens, and overwhelming, of course, was Glibby, especially on that offensive end. As we do go here for the stats, just to take a look at that pretty insane game that he just had, 27. So not quite the record, but just a few points off.
Yeah, 27 is certainly substantial. I think I don't think I ever got double digits in VRML. I've certainly got double digits in I got them in Seal, and I got them. I think I got them in Seal, maybe not. But I got them in scrims and stuff, but never actually in a competitive game. Mostly, I'm playing the backline most often, but still, that's a ridiculous number of points there for Glibby. Also, Emerald coming over with 10, also 3 assists. Technical Rex, 2 points and 3 assists, and Cabbage Record, 2 points, 1 assist, and 2 saves. And then save a piece there to everyone on Pineapples, a couple steals as well. And then Mike, 89 VR, coming over with 26 stuns, though not quite the high of the game. Technical Rex with 27, and Glibby with 30. So good stat lines there, particularly for Fizzy Chickens. After that one, against the Pineapples, who unfortunately had to play with 3. But it is what it is, and Pineapples, they really gave it to. They did not make it easy on Fizzy Chickens. They forced Fizzy Chickens to work for every single one of those goals, and it worked for it. They did.
Yeah, they definitely did. It wasn't as if it was just a straight, 3-minute mercy at all in those situations. And again, that was not the unexpected results. There's only one time I can recall throughout the last 7 months where there was a 3v4, and I can't recall which team it was at this point. But there was a time with one particular team in Bronze Division in Season 1, about midway through, that they actually played very... I almost want to... Maybe it was Silver. I almost want to say it may have been Gambit, but I'm not positive on that. Either or. The majority of the time, just the numbers so important, of course, in Echo Arena. And by losing out on that 4th player, you lose out on your double stacks. You lose out on just that extra rollout partner or that extra passing option. It's going to make it just about impossible. So, with
you lose your symmetry.
Yeah, exactly, and you lose just the ability to really get any of that, especially on the offensive end, because defensively, again, they made it tough, but offense, just losing out on that option. So they played admirably, all things considered, and I am looking forward to streaming more of these OCE games throughout the weeks. We have at least one tomorrow that we're going to get done, just to kind of ensure that we streamed all of the teams over here. So until then, though, I think that'll do it. I do appreciate everyone in the chat for joining us, and yikesing the puns. I know, throughout the day.
Oh wait.
Throughout the day, it gets worse and worse. But yes.
Oh wait, I gotta. So one Boosty Boy is still over there streaming Echo Arena, y'all. When we're done here, go check him out. That dude, he is nonstop at the Echo Arena streaming. Clearly, he wants to make something of it. He is so prolific there, and he's live right now. So go check that dude out. Tell him VRML2 sing it, because that dude, he needs an audience. He needs a bigger audience.
Yeah, definitely dedicated there, streaming all day. Sounds familiar, I suppose. Indeed. So as always, support the community, support the efforts, support the homies, and in all their endeavors. And speaking of, that does bear mentioning one more time, Echopedia.gg, which launched just yesterday by Ignite for, again, all of your referential needs on Echo history, competition, and whatnot, and it'll continue to be filled out over the weeks and such. And there is actually, hopefully not too far in the future, I want to add something of that nature to some of the stream scenes for the viewership and such. I think it'd be pretty cool. But visit echopedia.gg for that and contribute as you will. Of course, once more, quick shout out to our sponsors: ProTube VR, VR Cover Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware here for VRML Echo Arena. And Dark on Netflix. Just kidding on that last one. And again, our league moderators: Wit, Nada, Sneaky Evil, Princess, who was stopping there in the chat, Alacost, Gilligan, Echo Zero, and Dano McFabulous, as well as, of course, Dakin, Mama Verds. Always working hard in the back line, in the back end, and even if, like we said earlier, you don't see them, but rest assured, all those aforementioned names, super necessary to have this stuff keep going as it does and as smoothly as it has, all things considered. Very overall successful first week, I feel like.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah. Again, I'll say, just like I said at the beginning of the week, if we get through week 1 with only moderate issues, that's a success to me, given the amount of teams, and I feel like we've been held underneath that mark. So maybe that's just me being careful, but either or. I feel like it's been pretty great overall. Lots of excitement, lots of good participation. Doctor saying, how many more weeks? Yeah. Well, there's 10 weeks of regular season, and then a few weeks of postseason, kind of playoff championship brackets and what have you after that. So, yeah, a few months. Towards the end of September is when the finals are. Can't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but essentially the last week or so of September is the championships. Other than that, Technical Rex in there, stopping by saying GG's. Indeed. I know not the outcome, the whole 4v4 that people perhaps would have wanted, but nonetheless, it was still a very impressive showing from Fizzy Chickens on their match debut. Yep, no problem, Doctor. There you go, Princess. Giving the more accurate answer. September 19th through 20 would be the end date, the finals date. So, as I said, what did I tell you guys about our mods? They're so on top of it, to the degree that I actually kind of worry of the burnout, because they're ridiculously responsive, and Princess definitely one of the exceptional ones in that category, just at all hours of the day for that matter. So thank you for the correction. Not to, embarrass you with a call out, I suppose, but I know I always get weird when people like B-Love earlier. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, B-Love, one more time. But,
happy birthday.
All right, I think that covers it, guys. See Jason, wherever you are, if you're still there, go to sleep. I'm done with you. Appreciate you also. But all right, so Dimwi, anything else you want to leave off with, minus Netflix plugs? All right, Sir Dim Sleep, and I've been Pally Snore, but we have Pally adored all of you here on the streams tonight. Thank you for joining us. This has been VR Master League Week 1, Season 2, and yeah, from all of us here in the league, be happy as always, be safe as always, and especially be good to each other. How many times do I have to emphasize that? And we'll see you again real soon. Take care, guys.